In the heart of the untamed wilderness, where shadows danced with the flickering light of a spelunker's lantern, lay the entrance to a labyrinthine abyss. Unbeknownst to the adventurous soul who dared to tread upon nature's hidden canvas, the caverns beneath concealed a malevolent secret, a tapestry woven with the venomous threads of ominous creatures. Jonathan, an intrepid spelunker drawn to the allure of undiscovered depths, found himself at the threshold of the enigmatic serpent's abyss. With every cautious step, the oppressive darkness seemed to wrap around him, its mysteries shrouded in the echoes of distant hisses. The cavern walls, etched with the passage of time, whispered tales of creatures that slithered in the shadows, waiting to unveil their cryptic presence. As Jonathan delved deeper into the subterranean maze, the first flickers of his lantern revealed the ominous truth. The caverns were infested with rattlesnakes. The serpentine denizens, disturbed by the intrusion, coiled in the corners, their rattles singing a foreboding melody that reverberated through the narrow passages. Each turn presented a new challenge, a labyrinthine dance with creatures whose eyes glowed like malevolent stars in the abyssal dark. Jonathan, caught in the symphony of rattles and shadows, navigated the perilous terrain with a mix of trepidation and fascination. The snakes, guardians of the cavern's secrets, seemed to anticipate his every move, their eyes fixed on the intruder who dared to disturb their sanctuary. The labyrinth unraveled into expansive chambers, each hosting a congregation of rattlesnakes that slithered with an almost supernatural synchronicity. The air itself pulsed with an otherworldly energy, as if the serpents were bound by an ancient pact, guarding a mystical secret veiled within the depths. Despite the encroaching danger, Jonathan pressed on, driven by an insatiable curiosity. The cavern's heart unveiled a sight that transcended the realm of the natural, a colossal serpent, adorned with iridescent scales, coiled around a subterranean pool. Its eyes, gleaming with an otherworldly intelligence, met Jonathan's gaze. In that moment, a profound connection bridged the abyss between man and serpent. The colossal creature, guardian of the mystical depths, communicated in a language understood only by the brave spelunker. The enigmatic serpent revealed the ancient wisdom hidden within the caverns, an arcane power that held the balance between the supernatural and the earthly. With newfound enlightenment, Jonathan retraced his steps, leaving the abyss and its rattlesnake guardians undisturbed. The cavern's secrets, now safeguarded by the unspoken pact, became a mystery for future generations to unravel. As he emerged into the daylight, the wilderness seemed transformed. The ominous depths beneath held the echo of an encounter that transcended the boundaries of the natural world, a testament to the inexplicable connections forged between man and the supernatural guardians of the hidden abyss. Eleanor, a seasoned wildlife biologist with an insatiable curiosity, embarked on a perilous journey to explore the mysterious caverns beneath the dense canopy of an ancient forest. Drawn by local legends and whispers of a supernatural presence, she sought to unravel the enigma of the Serpent's Whisper, an uncharted network of caverns infested with rattlesnakes. As Eleanor descended into the subterranean depths, the air became heavy with an ominous energy. Shadows danced upon the cavern walls, concealing the hidden guardians that slumbered within. The rhythmic hissing of rattlesnakes echoed through the narrow passages, a foreboding symphony warning intruders of the serpentine peril that awaited. Her lantern cast flickering light on the serpentine inhabitants, coiled in the corners like silent sentinels. Eyes gleamed in the darkness, reflecting an age-old wisdom that seemed to transcend the boundaries of the natural world. Undeterred by the eerie ambience, Eleanor pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets veiled within the serpent-infested labyrinth. The caverns unraveled into a vast chamber, adorned with phosphorescent fungi, casting an ethereal glow upon the serpents that congregated around a subterranean pool. In the heart of this mystical sanctuary stood a colossal rattlesnake, its scales shimmering with an otherworldly radiance. Eleanor, captivated by the serpent's majesty, approached with cautious reverence. To her astonishment, the colossal serpent, a guardian of ancient knowledge, communicated through a language that transcended the audible. It revealed the symbiotic relationship between the rattlesnakes and the supernatural forces that coursed through the caverns. Eleanor, now privy to the serpent's whisper, understood the delicate balance maintained between the natural and supernatural realms. Armed with newfound wisdom, Eleanor retraced her steps, leaving the Serpentine guardians undisturbed in their mystical abode. As she emerged into the daylight, the forest seemed transformed, a sanctuary where the supernatural and earthly coexisted in harmonious secrecy. In the heart of the city's forgotten alleyways, where shadows held secrets and the air was thick with despair, lived a homeless man named Thomas. Haunted by the scars of a past he could barely remember, Thomas found solace in the cold embrace of the streets. Little did he know that his solitary existence would become a battleground between the tangible world and the supernatural. Night after night, as the city slept, Thomas became aware of a chilling presence, faceless beings lurking in the periphery, shadows that defied the natural order. These entities, shrouded in an otherworldly darkness, seemed to feed on the desperation that permeated the city's forgotten corners. At first, Thomas dismissed the sightings as figments of his weary imagination. Yet, as the faceless beings grew bolder, their whispers echoing through the desolate alleyways, he could no longer deny their existence. They moved with an eerie grace, shadows that danced to an ominous melody only they could hear. Haunted by these spectral stalkers, Thomas sought refuge in abandoned buildings, hoping to escape the watchful eyes that seemed to follow him relentlessly. The faceless beings, devoid of features, manifested in his dreams, their silent screams echoing in the corridors of his mind. Desperation turned into determination, as Thomas embarked on a quest to unravel the mystery of these supernatural pursuers. His journey led him through the labyrinthine streets, where the boundary between reality and the supernatural blurred into a tapestry of darkness. Guided by an enigmatic ally, a streetwise mystic named Ilara, Thomas delved into the city's forgotten history. Together, they discovered an ancient pact, a malevolent force that thrived on the anguish of the dispossessed. The faceless beings, once tormented souls, were now agents of this malevolence, forever bound to the shadows. As the homeless man and the mystic sought to break the curse that ensnared the faceless beings, they encountered trials that tested the limits of their courage. The malevolent force, aware of their quest, unleashed its full wrath, manipulating the shadows into grotesque forms that whispered tales of despair. In a climactic confrontation within the heart of the city's darkness, Thomas and Ilara confronted the malevolent force. Armed with the strength of the forgotten and the resilience of the downtrodden, they waged a battle against the shadows that threatened to engulf them. Through an act of profound sacrifice, Thomas tapped into the depths of his own despair, offering a glimmer of redemption to the faceless beings. The malevolent force, weakened by the unexpected surge of compassion, recoiled in defeat. As dawn broke over the city, the faceless beings dissipated into the morning mist, their spectral forms finding release from the shackles that bound them. Thomas, weary but triumphant, stood at the precipice of a new day, a day where the city's forgotten stories would be etched in the annals of redemption. Ilara, her mystic purpose fulfilled, faded into the urban tapestry, leaving Thomas to wander the streets, no longer haunted by the faceless specters that had tormented him. The homeless man, now a guardian of the city's forgotten, carried with him the weight of a tale that transcended the shadows, a tale of resilience, compassion, and the indomitable spirit of those who dwell in the city's darkest corners. In the aftermath of the supernatural showdown, Thomas found himself at a crossroads, grappling with the echoes of the silent streets that had witnessed his struggle. The city, once draped in the oppressive veil of the malevolent force, now bore the scars of a battle fought in the shadows. Haunted by the memories of the faceless beings he had freed, Thomas became an unexpected beacon of hope for the homeless souls that wandered the forgotten alleys. Word of his journey spread among the destitute, and those who had once despaired now sought solace in the resilience of the man who had faced the darkness and emerged unbroken. Embracing his newfound role, Thomas became a silent guardian of the city's dispossessed. Armed with compassion and an understanding of the supernatural forces that lurked in the shadows, he patrolled the forgotten corners, offering a glimmer of warmth to those who had been abandoned by both society and the supernatural. The city too underwent a transformation. The once ominous alleys now echoed with the footsteps of those who had found refuge in the resilience of a homeless man turned guardian. Murals depicting the faceless beings and their journey adorned the walls, a testament to the indomitable spirit that had triumphed over the supernatural malevolence. As Thomas walked through the rejuvenated streets, he encountered faces he had never known. Individuals inspired by his tale, who now dedicated themselves to aiding the homeless. The city, once divided by neglect, began to rebuild itself through a shared commitment to compassion and understanding. Yet the supernatural realm remained a mysterious tapestry woven into the fabric of the city. Thomas, now a beacon for both the living and the spectral, continued to navigate the fine line between the tangible and the ethereal. The faceless beings, liberated from their torment, became benevolent spirits, watching over the cities forgotten with gratitude in their incorporeal eyes. The echoes of the silent streets carried whispers of redemption, reaching those who had once closed their hearts to the plight of the dispossessed. Thomas, fueled by an unyielding belief in the resilience of the human spirit, embarked on a mission to bridge the gap between the visible and the unseen. In the city's renewed alleys, where hope had once been an elusive specter, a community flourished, one that transcended the boundaries of the living and the spectral. Thomas, the inadvertent hero of the supernatural tale, walked alongside those he had inspired, leaving footprints that echoed through the silent streets, a testament to the transformative power of compassion in the face of the mysterious and the unknown.